I'm fine. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing quite well. I'm doing quite well. First of all, I would like to thank you for being here on such short notice.
Well, thank you for having me.
Not a problem, not a problem. It's always a pleasure having local up-and-coming artists who are very interested in getting themselves out there. It's our pleasure having you.
Thank you.
First of all, why don't you tell your viewers and listeners a little bit about yourself, starting with how old you are?
You had to ask that question.
I did.
Don't you know you never ask a woman her age?
Okay.
So I'm going to safely say I'm 20-something.
20-something? Well,
20-something.
that works for us. And let me tell you, you are very, very beautiful.
Thank you very much.
If you could name two entertainers that inspired you to be a singer while you were growing up, who would they be and why?
Well, first of all, number one, Whitney Houston. And the reason why I love Whitney is no matter what trouble she goes through, no matter what's going on in her life.
She's had her share of troubles.
She's making music and she's making money and she's made a life out of what she loves to do. And I admire her for that. Through all of her battles, through all of the bull crap that she's gone through, you know, she's still tugging away at her music career. She puts everybody second and she puts herself first, and I respect that with her.
Thank you. Thank you. Next question. Is there anything juicy that you would like to share with your viewers? Like maybe, is there a special someone in your life? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, really, I don't really like to get into my personal life too much, but yes, there is a special someone in my life, and that's about all I'm going to let you know.
Okay, I can take a hint that says S-T-O-P, so that I will do.
That's right.
I'll go on to the next question, Lady D. Thank you very much. So tell me, Lady D, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years on both a personal level and a professional level?
Well, on a personal level, I believe in progress always. So 5 years from now, I have to be living better than I'm living right now, which I am living good now, but there's always better. You can always have better, and you can always strive for better. As far as my professional career goes, I just keep plugging away, trying to get that foot in the door, trying to get where I want to get in this music industry. And it is hard, but if you keep plugging away at it, one day you will achieve the dream that you strive for. You have to.
So true, so true. Nicely put. Thank you very much. Very nicely put. Just so our interviewers can get more of a feel who Lady D is, I'm going to ask you a bit of an off-topic question here. We all watch the news and watch the internal fighting and turmoil in the world, the hunger and poverty that affects so many children. Question: how would you, Lady D, address these two issues if you had the power to do so? Number one being world war, and number two being poverty and world famine.
Well, you know how to really put me on the spot here, right?
I do so. Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, as far as world war, right now I believe what's going on is, I would say, unnecessary. I believe that it's all a matter of power and who has to have the power. And I believe there's a lot of innocent people dying for absolutely no reason. Our Canadian soldiers dying one by one. My heart goes out to all the families, soldiers, loved ones of all the soldiers. As far as that's concerned, I believe George Bush, having the control and the power he has, he's the president, people voted for him, so he's doing what he feels he needs to do. That's not for me to decide whether it's right or wrong. It's not for me to say that he's making wrong choices. He's doing what he's doing as a president, and that's what matters.
If you had the power, would you physically stop world war if you could?
Of course I would. Of course I would. Just like I would stop world poverty and world famine, and God bless me with some money, and honest to God, half of it's going to the poor people, because when you have the necessities of life, I believe that's all that you need. And there's people out there that don't even have the necessities of life. And I believe everybody's entitled to live, you know?
So elegantly put. So elegantly put. Thank you very much. And our viewers are going to thank you for that, because it gives them a little insight into a little bit more of who Lady D is. So I thank you. And for my last question, before you get going, how would you like Lady D to be remembered?
My music, period. Once people hear my music, people will feel my music. When I sing a love song, a ballad, I want people to feel the emotion. I want people to walk away and say, wow, like the goosebumps, wow, she gave me goosebumps. She just made me feel the music. I believe music is more of a message than an actual rhythm. I believe whatever you sing, you have to put your heart and soul into it. And you're supposed to make people appreciate and love what you're doing, or else why are you doing it?
So true, so true. Well, Lady D, this has been a rather quick and informative interview.
I know, sorry I gotta go though.
Well, and maybe next time you'll be able to stay a little bit longer. But I would like to thank Lady D and the members of her entourage for taking the time on such short notice to come down to my studio. Before we view some more of Lady D's video clips, Lady D, is there anyone that you would like to send a shout out to? The next 30 seconds is yours, sweetheart.
Well, first of all, shout out to Almighty God above, because without Him, none of this would be possible.
Amen.
Be where
Amen.
I am today. Second most important, of course, is my family. Family is very important. Those people that stick beside you through all of your strife and all of your troubles. Those ones that when you're not getting where you're going and you doubt yourself, those are the people that push you through and to make you feel and make you want it and make you strive for what you want. And I can't forget my fans and all my friends who never doubted me, never gave up on me. That's about it. Oh, my manager. Because if it wasn't for my manager, I wouldn't be doing this interview. I wouldn't have my CDs on.
And does your manager have a name? Do you want to send a direct shout out to him?
Could it be Double D? From the Double D record label?
Okay, Lady D, I want to thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. And I want to thank my audience for being here tonight. May God bless you all and keep you safe. And remember, if you can't be good, be careful.